welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to be talking about how to sell on StockX in the UK. I've got a pair of shoes which I've recently sold on StockX, a fairly rare pair of shoes which recently got released, and I've documented the whole process from setting up the listing, how it all works, selling the shoes, the process of shipping them and sending them out and all that. And I'm also going to go into the numbers, the profit I made, and how I managed to get my hands on the shoes, and how you can potentially get your hands on the shoes as well. So if that sounds good to you, then please stay tuned to the rest of the video and I will jump straight into it now. So the shoes that I've recently sold on StockX are the Nike Dunk Low. They're yellow and green and they're referred to as Brazils. If you follow these like sneaker drops, then you've probably heard of them, you've seen them launched recently. They're sold out everywhere, surprisingly, and people are now reselling them for higher than retail price to make profit. If you want to know how I managed to get my hands on those shoes, and how you can get your hands on lots of other rare shoes, exclusive drops, Yeezys, Supreme, Off-White, all that business, and also a few other items which are in demand at the moment which you can sell for a profit, I've done a whole video on this. If you haven't watched it already, I'll leave a link in the top right hand or left hand corner and in the description. The platform I used, it's called CrepChiefNotify. It's a subscription service. Please feel free to check it out because it is a really good service, and if you want to sign up, it's £29.99 a month, and I've got a special £5 off discount code you can use, which I'll leave a link in the description. And if you use the code BMB5, you'll save £5 when you sign up. So feel free to check that out. Right, so back to it. I'll show you a quick clip of what those shoes look like now. So yeah, as you can see, I mean, I've admitted before, I'm not really a sort of hype beastie type guy, but I followed guidance that I gained from this group. They told me that was potentially up to £120 profit to be made. So I bit the bullet and went for it.
Come on, do it.
Do
seriously,
what?
seriously. Do it. Do it. Do it.
So straight away, I wanted to get rid. I don't really like the shoes, and I didn't even order them in my size. Before we go right deep into it, let's just get a bit of an overview on what StockX is for those people that don't know. StockX is the world's first stock market for things. And there's live bid, ask, marketplace, buyers place bids, sellers place asks, and when a bid and an ask meet, the transaction happens automatically. Similar to when you're buying currencies and you've got a broker, or when you're buying stocks, same sort of thing. So it's quite interesting, and you can track like the performance and price action of different items, whether it be like a Rolex watch, whether it be a pair of Jordans, and how they've performed over time, whether they've risen in value, whether they've dropped in value, how volatile they are. And you can even build your own portfolio of stuff that you own which has value. So I recently bought these pair of Adidas Alexander Wang turnout trainers. I literally just bought them to wear, to be fair. I got a really good deal on them. Bought them for 80 quid, brand new. And I added them, as you can see, and tracked it on my portfolio. So looking at it, I'm actually up quite a bit on those, which is pretty cool. Even though I wouldn't be able to sell them for brand new, it's just interesting to look at. And this is all the sort of thing that you want to look at as well when you're buying trainers, or when you're buying sneakers, or whether you're buying anything. Because when I went to try and cop these Brazil, the Nike shoes which I've sold, I actually went for a lower size. So I'm actually a size 9.5, but I went for a size UK 6, just because no one on there had a size 6 for sale. And like the lower sizes tend to get higher asks and higher bids for, because maybe they make a limited run of them. I don't know, I'm just guessing here. So I went for that, hoping that I might be able to get a little bit more than if I was just to order a generic size 9 or 10. After I copped the shoes, I literally went onto StockX. I also put them on Depop as well, and I was having a bit of a conversation with someone who was potentially going to buy them for like 245 quid. When I first uploaded them to StockX, there was an ask price of £222. I wasn't convinced, and I'm still not convinced, that the Brazils are going to hold their value very well. So I literally waited overnight, and I thought, if it's dropped, I'm just going to sell them. If someone hasn't met my ask price, I'm just going to take the sale price straight away. So it did drop. People were putting lower asks in, and I was getting notifications on my phone. So I literally just took a bid for £211 and sold them straight away at that price, because I could see the price was dropping. People were initiating lower ask prices, and the whole thing was just starting to drop. I'll show you some images now, and the latest ask prices are about 178 quid. So to be fair, I made a wise decision on that. So the actual profit that I made from them, the sale price was £210, sorry, correct myself. Transaction fee, because StockX take a transaction fee of 9.5%, and then payment processing fee of £6.30. So my total payout was £175.25. I bought the shoes for £89.99, which leaves me with a profit of £85.26. Not bad. I'll take that every day of the week.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Everything that is sold through the platform has to be verified. So basically, once you've made that sale and the transaction's gone through, they will then send you a shipping label. You print that off, you box it up in the way that they tell you to. They're very particular in how they want stuff boxed up. My housemate, funny enough, sold some Jordans on there recently, and they got rejected because of how he boxed them. So yeah, I was pretty careful with that, as you can see from the clips at above of me boxing them up. I went down to the post office, shipped them off via UPS with the prepaid shipping labels. It didn't cost me anything.
Yeah, we're just dropping off, or do you need a text receipt?
Yeah, can I have a text, please? And then about 2 or 3 days later, I got a notification through from StockX saying that they'd arrived, they'd been verified, and then I got paid out straight away through PayPal, and that was it. I would definitely recommend using it again. I think the benefit of selling stuff through StockX as opposed to like Depop is you know that they've had to be professionally verified by someone. You know that they're legit. You know that they're not going to turn up and they're going to be some like copies from China, and you've just paid 400 quid for a pair of rare off-white Nikes or something, and you've been stumped. And that's potentially why I took the bid on StockX instead of trying to sell them for a little bit more on Depop, just because I didn't want any hassle of dealing with anyone, even though I knew they were legit. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep trying to cop shoes through that CrepChiefNotify. I did miss out on the Ben & Jerry's. I missed out on the Travis Scotts. They were just so in demand. I should have probably bought some bots, but I didn't. I just went for the raffles, and unfortunately I wasn't successful. But yeah, so I'll keep you all updated, guys. Please feel free to check out some of my other investing videos. If you've not watched my recent video, which details how I've managed to beat the stock market return for the last 3 years, and I go into my complete current portfolio, please check it out because it's interesting. And I want to talk about more of these sort of things. So please have a look. Let me know what you think. As always, leave me some comments. Give me some recommendations on what you want me to talk about next. I'm pretty active in the comments. I've been replying to people. And also feel free to follow me on Instagram, because I am going to start posting on there. So I know some of you guys have followed me on there, and I've literally posted nothing because I've set it up. But I will be starting to add content on there as we go along. So yeah, if you want to check out CrepChiefNotify, feel free to look in the description. Use my link, BMB V5, I think it is. I'll put it up on the screen if that's wrong, and you will save £5 when you sign up. So yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Feel free to like this video, share it with your friends, and hit subscribe if you haven't done already, and I will see you again soon. Sweet.